when you say lawsuits, are they class action lawsuits or are they independent lawsuits for individuals?
These are independent lawsuits, but they will have the effect they should have the effect of essentially setting precedent. And, it's essentially, a Roe v. Wade type of case that's going to set a precedent with only one plaintiff.
And I want to remind the viewers watching that we're going to do another show with Attorney Abrell in regards to what I've been going through with the microwave shocks to my body and all that. And Shawn, you do have a class action lawsuit you're working on with that, correct?
Yeah, I'll tell the callers. I also represent through this recently. I've been made aware that I've always been aware of the microchipping, but didn't study it too much, except when it came into public view recently with the Aaron Alexis case, who sent us emails 2 weeks before indicating what was going on and explaining it all. And so through the EMF world, which is how they operate their directed energy weapons, is through electromagnetic radiation. I naturally fell into, and wanting to also just to help people, fell into the targeted individuals, or I don't really like to call them that, but they're victims of directed energy weapons. And essentially, Wi-Fi in the school is also a directed energy weapon. And just to give you a background on it, the United States first became made aware of directed energy weapons being used against them in the Cold War. And during the Cold War, the Soviets bombarded our embassy with microwaves. And the incidence of cancer went up so high in the building that they ultimately gave those workers all hazard pay. And many of them died. Almost all of the women giving birth had miscarriages. And there were a lot of children with leukemia. A lot of the workers got killed with leukemia. Barry Trower, who you've had on the show before, he actually a Dr. Goldsmith went over there from the UK and did a study and determined that the embassy workers were being bombarded with these microwaves, and they measured the frequencies. They measured what frequencies they were using. And Mr. Trower was trained in debriefing spies during the Cold War, and he put together a list of the frequencies which they used as weapons. And he kept that list secret for a long time. And Goldsmith, though, actually came out and published the frequencies, and I don't have them off the site off the top of my head, but it's Goldsmith, and it's the Russian embassy study, U.S. Embassy in Russia study. You'll look it up. You can find that.
Yeah, we actually covered that on the show with the.
Oh, did he?
With the embassy, what they did in the 50s. But listen, we're down to.
Well, it was the 50s and 60s. But the point is that the frequencies that when Mr. Trower heard that those same frequencies were the frequencies they were using to broadcast Wi-Fi, and that they were using them in a classroom. And that frequency is 2.4 gigahertz. And other frequencies around that spectrum, but they picked 2.4 gigahertz because it's one of the most harmful.
Shawn?
They picked it. Yeah.
Shawn? Listen, we're down to 4 minutes. It's going to go real quick. Real quick, and I want to just mention, you guys also, just a quick answer, Xboxes are just as dangerous, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Who's going to be held responsible for this Wi-Fi health damage in the future?
Taxpayers.
Well, I think it's really hard to say, but certainly I think ultimately the people who are exposing the landlords are probably going to be the people who suffer first. It'll be the owners of the cellular cell tower sites, the people who've leased out the tops of their buildings, and these people are going to be put on notice. And also, I think that large companies such as Cisco and Apple will ultimately pay huge penalties. And I think we're also looking at schools. Schools will be I think that liability will be found on the schools, because the schools are stand in place of the parent, or in parentis loci parente. And what that means is they have even a higher duty than the parent to look after the child. And quite frankly, these schools should know better, and they've now been made aware, and they should know better, but they're turning a blind eye to this.
Okay.
They're going to pay.
Sean and Joe, we're down to a minute, and I want to thank you guys, and we're going to have you on again, both of you. And Sean, we're going to have you on and do an entire show about what I've been going through. A lot of viewers are aware of that. And I thank you guys. Wally, you thank them?
Yeah, thank you very much. I learned a lot here.
All right. Any quick words to the viewers? I'm sure they all love and care about their children.
Well, yeah, let me step in here, because the kids are getting 24/7. They get the iPads in the school, the Wi-Fi in the school. They go home, and they've got the Xbox that emits even when it's turned off. They got the wireless controller in their lap. They got the decked phone on the nightstand. They got the router at the house. They got the wireless TV, the wireless DVR. These kids need to be protected. This wireless stuff all needs to be shut off and removed from their lives.
Guys, thank you very much. And we're going to have you back on, all right?
Very good. Glad you
Yeah, so we really appreciate you having us on, and we appreciate all the fans out there who want to know the truth and are truth seekers. And you do a great job of giving them that. And we all thank you for that.
Thank you.
We're trying to wake up America here on this program, and it looks like you're doing the same thing in your area. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. God bless. Turn that off.
Mention about guests.
All right, we got to.
Sorry.
Hey, we're fading out, guys. This was kind of an awkward show. Listen though, next week, December 23rd, Christmas. We're gonna do It's all about Christmas. We're gonna talk about a little bit about Jesus and forgiveness. And I have a hard time in my life right now with forgiveness, as I keep getting whooped with these weapons. Tune in next week. It's going to be a festive show. Amen. God bless everybody. Good night. And wake up.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?